the other thing I was thinking of before, a bit similar to what I was saying about the risks, is that at this moment, on this day, when I last saw her, everything's okay. You know, we know she's got a problem, we know it needs to be sorted out, but she's fine. And it's one of those strange things about time in that respect. That, you know, after the operation, who knows what's going to happen. You know, she can see through her eye, even though it is misty, and has lots of eye pressure. After the operation, depending on what complications, if any, she does get, and God forbid she doesn't, then it's a strange thing when you think about that at this particular moment in time, everything's fine. Well, not everything's fine, but, you know, and then in a few hours' time, who knows what it's going to be like. I can't imagine what she's going through. This morning, I forgot about that. When I woke up this morning, my goodness, my stomach was so bad. And I'm not even having the operation. Imagine what her stomach must be like. Yeah, and I'm trying to convince her that everything's going to be okay, and that, you know, she has to be strong, and that she's gone through similar things, and the eye graft, and, yeah, whatever the doctors say, I pick out the good points and emphasise certain points to make her feel better. At the end of the day, I'm trying to convince her of something. I don't have to go through. She's the one who's going to go through it. It's also that moment, you know, when I think I might mention this, I'm not sure. When one person's going through something, someone else isn't. You get these silent moments and eye movements where you know the person thinking that I'm scared, and the other one might be thinking it as well, and you have to be careful to avoid those silent moments. There was a few on the train as we were going there, I felt that it. So I tried to say something else to stop that moment happening. It's difficult to explain. Probably only really realise it when you know, when you've gone through it. Maybe I'll find the words to explain it later. I think what else happened. Oh yeah, there was a nice moment where we went outside before I left. And we sat in, well, this was before actually, there's two moments, this was the first one. We went out before I left. That was strange, wasn't it? We were sitting in I'm not listening, getting excuses before it's even on YouTube. We were sitting on a bench in the middle of the grass. Just the two of us. You could hear no other noise, no one else, just me and her. It's the latest I'd ever been at Queen Victoria Hospital in East Grinstead. Obviously she's been there before when she had a corner graft. But those moments, we both must experience them completely differently. Me experience them just like passing time, whereas for her, they must be more precious, more meaningful, because she's going to go through an operation, and there's always a risk, even from the anaesthetic or from complications that you don't foresee. I'm sure she felt a lot more in that moment than maybe I did. And then before she left, she came with to make sure I got a tea, because sometimes I say things and I don't do them. Not very forthright. So she came down to make sure I got a tea before I left.